What's going on, Slot Car family? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. This is MP Slot Car. I'm Massimo, and today we're back in the basement. It's been a while. The last two videos were out on the road, but today we're back in familiar territory. And what I want to look at today in this video is this. And it's the Omni Slot Box. Now, I mentioned a few times on the channel that we got one, and it's literally been sitting for the better part of 2 months in the corner, just waiting to be installed. I did try it out in my other room. I made a quick little track and set it up just to make sure everything worked, and it works flawlessly. Jim Cunningham did an amazing job with these, and the finish of it, everything about it, it's just top notch. Now, one other thing we're going to tackle in this video, I mentioned it before, the curved lane changes. For simple terms, to put it simply I guess, they don't get along, the Omni Slot Box and those curved lane changes. You have to isolate the lanes when going analog, so there's a tap underneath those sections that you have to remove. I guess you could say Carrera over-engineered them because there's two taps. If you remove one of them, digitally nothing changes, still works fine, you can still change lanes, but there's one that has to be removed for it to be isolated so it can work with the analog system. Now, I'm not sure if that's the same with the Tech Slot Box. If you know, you can comment below and let me know. But that's the case for the Omni Slot Box. The double lane changes are fine and the single lane changes are fine. It's just the curved lane changes that have an issue where you have to isolate the lanes. So we'll tackle that in this video too. But before that, let's take a closer look at this Omni Slot Box. So let's take a quick look at this Omni Slot Box. And I have to say the finish of this thing is phenomenal. Jim Cunningham did an amazing job with these. They look great and they function amazing. Very happy with this. It's a little bit pricey, but in my opinion, it's worth it if you're trying to run analog and digital. I mean, chipping cars is not cheap. It's what, $50 a chip these days, depending what chip you go with. You know, you chip 10 cars, it's gonna equal the value of this pretty much. So this is for your lane 1 and lane 2. Connect your controller like so, push to release. Right now it doesn't look too pretty, it's just together with alligator clips, and this is my League controller that I have that I'm currently using. You got your breakers here. That's when you're digital and analog. You'll have a light here to show you that. It's a variable power supply. It's going to give you the readings on here as well for your volts and amps. Let's go around the back and see what's going on there. So here we are in the back, and I know it looks like there's a lot going on, but it's actually quite simple. So my variable power supply is connected to my lane 1, and then there's a jumper connecting it to lane 2. Now, if you want to run 2 variable power supplies, you would have one hooked up to this one like I already have, and then the second one here, and you won't need the jumper. So it's very, very easy. This is the power for the actual box, and then the power unit, as you can tell, has been a little bit modified. This is a little bit more beefier than what comes on the standard Carrera unit. So that would go here, and they marked it up here so you know exactly where it goes. Screw that in. Good and tight, and there we go. It's all connected. I'll look at underneath the control unit here. So yeah, it is a much beefier cord, so you gotta account for this when you're installing on the track. I'm gonna have to make a bigger hole underneath the power unit to feed this wire underneath the table. I'm probably going to run this right over here somewhere. I'm going to build a little shelf for it and have it right behind the curtain there where I can easily access it. So it'll be like right there roughly. At least that's where I'm thinking of putting it. But yeah, the finish of this thing, like I said, very well done. Let's plug it in so at least I can show you what it looks like all wired up. So here we are. I relocated to the floor to get everything all plugged up, just to show you everything wired up. As you can see, the amps are displayed now. So let's say we want to run analog first. Flip the switch to analog. Analog is green, green light, you're good. Let's go around the back and see what's going on there. So as you can see here, lane 1 and lane 2 are green, and the middle there is green as well. Green, okay. So we are all systems go. Let's get our analog car. Got my Revo slot Ferrari here, put it in lane 1, get my analog controller, and we're in analog mode. Works flawlessly. So now you want to run digital. So we switch this over to digital now. Your control unit kicks on like normal. Red light for being in digital. I got my wireless controller here with the adapter like I would on my normal layout. Put on your digital car, lights come on, and the car runs. We're in digital, no problem. You'll still have the green lights here, but also the red to show that you're in digital mode. So there you have it. Very, very easy to use and set up. Jim Cunningham, amazing job. Very happy with this unit. Can't wait to get it on my layout so I can start running analog and digital and have some fun competitions while using this box. So that being said, the next part of this video is tackling that curved lane change section to isolate the lanes. So we'll do that now, and then in the next video, we're gonna tape this up, paint this, and that one border that I have that has to be painted, so I can finally show you my paint method that I used on the rest of the track on this. So for now, let's go tackle that lane change section. Alrighty, so here we are. Here's the curved lane change section. So to open this up here, you got these 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're gonna remove those and open up this panel here. Okay, so the 4 screws have been removed. Pop this panel off like that. And now you have these wire jumpers. You got this black one here. Remove this tape. And you got this red one. So what you want to remove is this black one right here. Just pop them out like that. And just like that, the lanes are now isolated, and this will still work perfectly fine. So we're gonna close this up, and now this is ready to go back on my layout. Alrighty, so the track, as you can see behind me, is back together. We added that lane change section piece. Lane change section. Say that 5 times fast. Back over there, good to go. The other one I did a while back, so that's already all set. So the track is ready to run. So I think there's only one thing left to do in this video. It's to run a car around the track for a few laps and make sure everything is working a-okay. So you know what? I haven't run an F1 car on this track yet. So we're gonna run it. I'm not gonna time the laps because I wanna actually have the track fully finished before I do some more time lapse on this track. But we'll run the car for a few laps and just make sure everything is working okay. So let's do that right now. So the car is running great. I mean, I'm very happy with the way the paint method that I'm using, thanks to Boone Slot Car Garage, is working. There is a lot more bite out there, a lot more grip. Considering the track is dusty and not rubbered in at all, there's a lot of grip out there already. So I can't wait till the track is cleaned and getting more and more running on it, so it rubbers in a bit to feel what kind of a difference it's gonna make. It's already a huge difference. So I'm very excited. The car was running great, and the lane change sections all work. So we're good to go to set up the Omni Slot Box. In the next video, I'll get that all painted up. I'm hoping this weekend to get that painted, so I'll get the video out to you as soon as possible. And once that's done, we'll install it on the track, do a couple test runs, and I think we're good to go. I'm also going to tackle this weekend that section of the track. There's a lot of work to do. So I'm planning on using the joint compound to seal all the polystyrene and the mountains as well. Get that all sealed up to get ready for paint. I have a few goodies coming in from Racetrack Scenics, and I can't wait to get those, build them, and situate them around the layout. So yeah, there's a lot to come on the channel, a lot of work for me to do here, but I can't wait to share the process with you and get it all completed. So if you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really helps out the channel, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. This has been MP Slot Car. I'm Massimo, and I will catch you all in the next one. Keep your guide in the slot. Take care. Ciao.